Gamers! Hello, Vernon here, also known as Get To It on YouTube, and I'm here on HoldTheLine.com to bring you another segment of Gaming Bytes. What this show does is highlight the biggest gaming stories of the week in three simple categories: good, bad, and neutral. Now let's start with the bad news because it's been bothering me ever since I heard it. Borderlands 2 has some new DLC coming out. This may be exciting and appetizing for some, but for me, already? I mean, think about this for a second. Didn't we have Day 1 DLC with the Necromancer pack, and it was free for people who pre-ordered it? That was great. And then it was available on October 9th. But then you had the Captain Scarlet DLC that was available on October 16th. And now we have this new one called Mr. Torg's Campaign of Carnage. I have to admit, it does look pretty fun. But I really don't care about what the story is behind it or anything like that. It doesn't matter to me right now. What matters is that the DLC is out of control these days. Are you telling me that if they're gonna release DLC that they can't space out the packs a little bit? Like, maybe a couple of months? Are gamers so unsatisfied with the initial gaming experience that we need to have 3 DLC packs within 3 months? Really? It's not a fighting game where you just release a new character or something like that. This is story-based. There's new weapons and stuff like that. For the most part, you're adding 1 new character. You've got 2 that are story-based and everything like that. So, forgive me, but I just don't see the necessity. I mean, are we so unsatisfied with the initial experience, or are gaming companies just that confident that they'll make this much money off of us that they can just do whatever they want? Or are they afraid that they won't make back the money on the initial sale of the game, so they feel that they have to charge for DLC because maybe they'll recoup their costs and then get a little bit of a profit to start on the next game? I have no idea. What I do know is it irritates the hell out of me. On a neutral note, BioWare has put out 2 pieces of news this week, so I'm going to share them both with you. The first is that the Mass Effect game, the new Mass Effect game that they're working on, will be developed in BioWare Montreal as opposed to BioWare Edmonton. Casey Hudson is still going to be an executive producer, but there's going to be a project director on hand who's going to deal with the day-to-day decision-making on the new Mass Effect game. The second piece of BioWare stuff is that they're going to be using the Frostbite engine to develop the next Mass Effect game. And to be clear, the announcement wasn't clear on whether this was going to be the Frostbite 2 engine or not. You'll remember the Frostbite 2 engine from a certain game called Battlefield 3. I label this news as neutral because there is a huge divide between people who like BioWare and hate BioWare because of the whole ending mess earlier this year. So I leave it to you guys. What do you think of this? Do you think it's good news, bad news, or can you not decide like I can't? Now on to some good news. Ubisoft is working on a new Assassin's Creed movie with Michael Fassbender, the codpiece himself, as the main character. But what we didn't know is that they're making a Splinter Cell movie as well, and that they got Tom Hardy, Mr. Bane himself. It's great! I'd go gay for that dude. So yes, Tom Hardy will be playing Sam Fisher. Now, I can't see Tom Hardy as Sam Fisher. Then again, I couldn't see him as Bane either, so
I am Sam Fisher, and I'm here to fulfill Third Echelon's destiny.
But that's just me. And gamers, thank you so much for joining me for another segment of Gaming Bytes. If you'd like to see more of the gaming advocacy group Hold the Line, I'll put their link below in the description. If you'd like to see more of my stuff, click the subscribe button. Like this video, like all my other videos. Share these videos wherever you share things. And as always, it's been nice talking to you. And I'll catch you next week on HoldTheLine.com.